Hello, everybody. This is Tim Colbeck in the Rio North America team here. Welcome to our December Saab Official Service Center update call. And here we are after Thanksgiving. Hopefully you all had a great Thanksgiving and are getting ready for the holiday season. Today I'm going to cover the introduction, the business review, a couple of update items, and then we'll get into our traditional agenda, which includes Lisa and also Larry, omitted from this title slide here for the agenda, for Saab programs and warranty. Then we have marketing update with Kathy. We have Jeff's Tech Corner and Saab original parts tips from John. We'll have Q&A at the end. Typically, we get questions throughout, so feel free to ask. And we have a little bit of a different technical setup going on today. So Lisa will be the MC for the questions. So let's go into the business overview here. So for November, we actually had a pretty good month. And if you remember, October was a good month as well. We continue to build sales momentum, and one of the key drivers has been receipts of sea containers at our PDC in West Hampton, New Jersey. So we continue to receive inventory and fill back orders. And we had pretty consistent business throughout the month, and we're ahead of what we expected. So it was good, hopefully good for you guys as well. Interesting, the top categories for products, a little different than it was last month, with oil, brakes, service parts, and tires, all really the top gaining categories. So, a lot of, it looks like maintenance being done, which is great. The electric category and transmission were the ones that were down a bit, but overall, like I said, a good month. And we continue to make progress on back orders. Our fill rates have improved from where they were in the summer. We do have 2 more sea containers coming, and they should be received and available in the first half of December. Hoping to get them in the building next week and get those unloaded and packed into the shelves by the first half of September. We do have some continuing product outages, one of which is the 9.3 struts. Most of those are out of stock globally right now because we have a supplier issue getting the raw materials, and we're waiting for an update from our parent company in Sweden on that one. But probably the biggest outage and the most anticipated backorder fill is the Trionics. And we do finally have good news. I mean, it's been, I think last month we expected to get them in and out. That did not happen. And what happened was the large shipment that was expected and delayed was shipped on November 12th via air. And it just today arrived in our PDC. So we confirmed that it's there physically. We have it in our possession, but it just goes to show you that the air freight can be unreliable sometimes, and this time it certainly was. But with that shipment, all of our back orders will be filled this month, and we'll return to a stocking level for Trionics. So good news on that, and stay tuned as we get these programmed and out to you over the next couple of weeks. It'll take a little while to get these in position to go out, but they will go out in December. All right, we've talked about the Kenwood infotainment upgrade. We are hoping to have it available for the holidays. We are still in a position where the faceplate solution for the new unit does not work. And so we are waiting for Kenwood and a vendor in the UK. Both are working on this. We don't have an ETA yet for that. It's a little disappointing. We've been talking about it, promoting it for a while, so hopefully we can get it out to you soon. All right, another update, and this is kind of a heads up type update. We are going to be changing our corporate name. So Rio globally is changing to Hedin Parts and Logistics. So all of the Rio entities you'll recall back in June, we were purchased by Hedin Mobility Group in Sweden. We will become Hedin Parts and Logistics as our corporate name. And that's globally. We here will be Hedin Parts and Logistics, Inc. And we're targeting the 1st of February next year to have everything completed. But to do so, the process is starting, and the parent company has started their process. So nothing's going to change other than the name, but you may see interim communications between now and February that contain Hedin Parts and Logistics or a Rio as we do the transition, and we will continue to communicate as we progress on the name change here. But like I said, it's just a change of name. It's kind of like back when we did a change to a Rio from Saab Parts. All right. One thing we've talked about in these meetings is the fact that freight has become quite expensive, quite unreliable, but starting to pick up other than that air freight. But it is really biting in and significantly increasing our costs. And because of this, we don't want to pass that cost too much onto you, but we are going to raise the minimum qualifying amount for free ground shipping. So right now, if you place an order up to or over $100, that qualifies for free ground shipping if it goes to your location. That minimum amount is going to change to $150, and that's the only change. Everything else remains the same. And the effective date for that change is December 12th, so it's a week from next Monday. So I'll give you some time to get ready for it, but really just raising the order quantity will make sure that we at least cover the cost of the smaller shipments. And just to let you know, for us, freight is not a revenue source. We only collect about 25% of the freight we pay out. We subsidize it both on paid and on the free freight. So we will continue to do so, just looking for a little bigger order to qualify. And then here's something new that we're working on. To the extent that something exists in stock in Sweden and we don't have it here, right now it's a slow process to get it here. Even via air, it's 3 weeks or so. We saw with these Trionics, it can be more than 3 weeks. We're working with FedEx to do a process that picks up the package in Sweden and sends it directly to you. So this process goes into their priority system, and it essentially goes into the overnight system when it hits the U.S. And so if your order hits the day that they're picking up, it'll be 3 days from when they pick it up to when you get it. If it say comes in a week prior to, if we're contemplating doing this once a week, if it comes in right after that order leaves, it'll be 10 days. So 3 to 10 days of lead time required to get something from Sweden. These are, of course, not bumpers or things that can't go air, but qualifying parts. So it's a way to get these parts to you quicker. If you have a car off the road, if you have something there that you just in the shop, you want to get out quickly, you can get these parts. And there will be a fee for this service. It'll start at $20 up to 4 kilos, which is about 10 pounds, and then variable by weight above that. So we're going to start testing this with FedEx, and then hopefully we'll launch it in January, and we'll give you a lot more details there. You can see a little bit on the screenshot that you can select. You will be able to select, when something exists in Sweden, a button that says ship direct from Sweden. And then the I button there will give you some more information about what the process entails, and in the cart you'll see what the fees are for it. All right, and that's kind of what I wanted to cover. Here's our classic Saab, Santa loading his Saab picture. And just want to say thank you for a great November. Looking forward to a strong close to the year in December. And thanks for your partnership and support with the Saab brand. And with that, I am going to transfer over to Lisa and Larry.
All right, thanks, Tim. Well, first of all, congratulations and thank you to all of our participants in, I moved the slide ahead. Our winners for our November contest, our 4 winners that we did the drawing on earlier today was Schmelz Countryside Saab, Fox Saab, Crossway, and USI Motors of Knoxville. So all 4 winners, will win a $100 gift card to, we'll be sending those out. Tim will be sending them out tomorrow, so you should have them early next week. And then we're excited to announce our next contest for December. You're going to be having a couple different winners. Chances to earn entries into the contest if you meet your sales goal. And on also each week, Wednesday, Thursday, we're going to send out another chance. If you buy a certain part, then you can earn additional entries into the contest as well. And the top prize is going to be $250 gift card, and then second and third prize is a $100 gift card. And then also the last week of December, we will have an opportunity to get a discount. So it'll be a great savings at the end of December as well. And then on to the tire promotion. I apologize, the slide is not moving forward. Tire promotion is ongoing from last month. And additional tire promotions, we'll post them out on our reference library. They are on the TR Wholesale Solutions website as well. And then on to the Takata airbag recalls. GM's communication for this month, standard mailing is going to be on December 5th, and change of ownership mailing is on December 16th. And email, it's regular email to let owners know they have an open airbag recall, will be on the 8th, and change of ownership email is on the 19th. And other communications are ongoing. Stephanie, our customer assistant, still is continuing doing an awesome job in reaching out to Saab owners as well, based on a list that we get from General Motors each month. She tries to help, again, drive traffic to your shop for the recall. So hopefully you're able to take advantage of that. And then I'll turn it over to Larry in warranty for a few updates.
Thank you, Lisa. Yeah, as we are getting close to the end of the year, I wanted to do a quick review of the warranty reimbursement process. You know, as I'd mentioned on some of the previous calls, warranty claims are sent for payment twice a month. Claims that are approved the 1st through the 15th of the month are sent to GM in Sweden the next business day, and claims that are approved the 16th through the last day of the month are sent the next business day. The cutoff time for part warranty claims is 5 p.m. on the 15th or the last day of the month. So any part warranty claims that are submitted after that time will not be sent for payment until the following period. Now, the cutoff time for vehicle warranty recall claims is 11:30 p.m. Now, we get a lot of inquiries on the remittance advice, a lot of calls and emails, you know, asking what it's for, what the amount is for. So I wanted to cover that too. Now, we are supposed to receive payment within 10 business days from GM in Sweden, and the payments have been coming in on time, actually a little bit early, and the Saab service centers are reimbursed as soon as we receive payment. Now, when the payment's made, the service center receives a remittance advice, which lets them know that the payment or the funds have been put into their account. Now, part warranty and recall claims will be on separate lines on the same remittance sent by accounting. And there is a DR under the document type indicating that it's a warranty reimbursement. So if you have two amounts on the remittance with a DR document type, that would tell you that you have reimbursements for both part warranty claims and recall claims. And then off to the right on that remittance advice is an invoice date, and that tells you the date or the period or the ending period that the remittance is for. Now, if you need any assistance with warranty reimbursements or have any questions or any help, need copies or interpreting them, please contact the warranty department and we'll be more than happy to assist you. Now, another reminder, I wanted to remind everybody to make sure and claim hazmat fees. You're entitled to claim those on airbags and seat belts. We still got a lot of claims that have the no hazmat. Seat belts in particular, because a lot of people don't think of them as a hazmat item. But we try to watch out for that, and we try to we'll contact you if we see something and we think that there should, you have something you are able to claim. Also, shipping charges may be claimed, such as overnight shipping, if applicable. And also, one of the biggest things we see on recall claims, maybe the biggest mistake, is the incorrect repair type. When a part is replaced, the repair type should be 1. Now, many claims have a 5 there, and it should be a 1. Repair type 5 indicates it's an adjustment or repair of a defective part. And on the part warranty claims, you should attach both the original and replacement repair orders to the part warranty claim. If the part, however, if it failed immediately or there's only one repair order, you don't have to create another RO. Just note that in the comment section of a claim that there's only one repair order. And if you need any assistance, with labor times on the part warranty claims, contact the warranty department either by phone or email. We only need two pieces of information. We need the part number and the last 8 digits of the VIN, and we will be able to help you with the labor time. Next slide. Thank you. Also, we're still seeing a lot of the part warranty claims with the incorrect warranty start date. Now, the warranty start date is the date the original part that was retailed, or in other words, the part that's being warranted was installed. It's not the warranty start date of the vehicle or the repair date. We still get some claims in and that are submitted with the vehicle warranty start date. Now, the repair date, of course, is the repair date that the original part was replaced. And we're still getting calls or inquiries, from people asking about warranty parts, how long they must be kept. Now, they should be held for 15 days after the claim is approved. And if we don't contact you or request them back, you can dispose of them. Now, the exceptions are parts with core value. They need to go back on an RMA, and airbags. So if you need any warranty claim assistance, please contact the warranty department by phone or email, and the contact information, was on the previous slide. And just a reminder that the used airbags from airbag recalls still need to be returned. People do inquire and ask if they still have to return those. And this is a NHTSA requirement that all the replaced airbags must be returned. I'm not sure what they're doing with all these, but they still want them all back. So the used airbag should be returned in the box that the new airbag came in. The return shipping instructions and return labels are in the box that the new airbag came in. Now, if the box is damaged or for some reason not available, you can request a new box by contacting XPO Customer Assistance. And when you're ready for a pickup, you can also contact XPO Customer Assistance either by phone or by email using the phone or email address that it was on the previous slide. If you contact XPO Logistics by phone and you happen to get disconnected, it's because their phone lines are extremely busy. We've asked them about that, and they said, please just ask the service center to call back later. It's something in their phone system that I guess if I get too many calls, just disconnects everybody. Now, the returned airbags, they can be mixed together. That is the 9.3, 9.5, and 9.2X airbags can be returned on the same pallet, and they don't have to be separated or anything. The only piece of information that XPO needs is a count of how many are driver side airbags and how many are passenger side airbags. And the return instructions, are also located in the recall folders, in each recall folder in the reference library. And this screen print here, shows you where they're located. And with that concludes the warranty update, and I'll now turn it over to Kathy for the marketing presentation.
Great, thank you, Larry. So as usual, I'm going to go over the banners that are currently up on the portal. If you can go to the next slide, please. As Lisa had mentioned, we have the December sales goal promotion that's going on. Top prize is $250. Second and third prize are $100 gift cards. The drawing will be held on Monday, January 2nd. And please watch out, starting next week, every Wednesday and Thursday, we will have another promotion. If you purchase a certain part, you will be get an extra entry for that part. Next slide. I did update this accessories brochure. I added the years column and also more fitment information. This is available in the reference library, or it is also up on the portal right now in one of the squares at the bottom. Next slide, please. And this is where all the parts brochures are located in the reference library under US and then parts brochures. And anytime I update one, it will have new behind it. I think that only stays there for a couple days, but I did update the accessories one. And just a reminder, we still have the clearance parts going on. So if you go in and check this brochure out, you'll be able to see which parts we still have available. And also just a reminder of the leather seat kit covers. This first slide here on the left is the first page of the document. Here on the left is just an example of what the rest of the document looks like, giving you the fitment and the photo. At the bottom of the slide, if you do click on the leather seat cover kits, it'll take you directly to this entire document. And just a reminder that we still have the Ario Academy going on. You can go to this link for a quick link guide. And also, if you go under Tech Resources, you can click on Ario Academy there. And I believe I mentioned this last month, but all of the sales items that were on the Saab Gear store, the prices have been reduced. So you can go in there and check out those. And some of them, if you go to the next slide, you could use as stocking stuffers. We have a banner up on Saab Gear, just with some ideas of stocking stuffers. Jeff did mention yesterday that the one photo on here is a lint roller. And those are good for when you're in your Saab to clean off the top of a convertible. So they work pretty well in there. And I did put some other items at the bottom here, some larger winter items you can check out and use your gear credits for. We did send out an email last month to our Saab Parts subscribers. The holidays are right around the corner. We had a 43% open rate. We sent them to the gear store. All the circled numbers here are how many times someone had clicked on that link. We sent them to the gear store, also the sales items on the gear store. We sent out the leather seat replacement kits. And we referenced them to the 9.5 new gen headlights. Parts back in stock that John mentions every month. And then we also give them the link to Saab Parts itself, the OSCs, and the retail partners. And just to follow up on Facebook and Instagram, these are the posts that were in there for Thanksgiving. We do have on Facebook right now, we have about 1,175 followers in 10 different countries. And for Instagram, we have over 3,000 followers. So we do have a lot of people that check out our Instagram and Facebook. And just a reminder to check out the blog. I am having a little bit of an issue with the blog today. So I do have things I will be posting on there as soon as I can get it up and running. But you can go to the bottom left corner to click on the OSC blog or go to blog.ariaautoparts.com. And that is what I have for marketing, and I will send you over to Jeff now.
Thanks, Kathy. I appreciate that update. And just for anyone that's never been to the Saab Gear store or maybe any to our events, a lot of this stuff I give away and or actually have at home, and these are some really nice gifts that really would make some nice stocking stuffers. So I just want to throw that out there for you really quick, Kathy. Today on the Tech Corner, and welcome to our December Tech Corner, our final of the year. Today we're going to talk about snow tire installation and tips on all the different vehicles. And as I go through this list here, you'll see I did miss 2 vehicles, but that's we'll talk about that, and they will be added back to the final list when this gets posted. So really, we start out with the classic 900, and we're just going to talk about tire sizes or tire pressure monitoring. Most of the earlier vehicles don't have any kind of tire pressure monitoring, no ability to set wheel or tire size. So it's a completely manual process. But most of your classic 900 drivers will be familiar with this and really won't have a problem. The new Gen 900, the 94 through 98s, you can set the tire and wheel size, but there still is no TPM, so you're not available to monitor that safety aspect. 9000, same thing, no TPM, no ability to set tire or wheel size. Again, if you have any issues with this, WIS is a very good source of information, as well as the owner's manuals, believe it or not. And if you don't have any of your owner's manuals there in your stores, in our service reference library, we have the owner's manuals from 99 on, and actually we have several of the earlier classic 900 and 9000 owner's manuals as well. We don't have the full set, but we do have some different ones here and there. Next slide, please. So then we're going to talk about the OG95, which is our 99 really to 09. We kind of missed that one around as two different eras though. There's a 99 through basically the 07, which has no tire pressure monitoring. You can change the tire and wheel size in the MIU, and that's programmed using a Tech 2. Now the 2008 and 9 only, and you're kind of, if you're sitting there wondering why the 08 and 09 only is called out, well, this really dates back to the federal law change that was passed in the early 2000s. Initially, this was not a required piece, and then by 2008, it became a required accessory on all vehicles. So that's why you see pretty much from 2008 and on, all vehicles will have tire pressure monitoring. So again, then we'll talk about the new Gen 9.5. That's the 2010 and 11 car. And again, here I missed the 9.4X, but these two are very similar. They're the same. They're Global A platforms from GM. So it's very simple. Actually, we talk about using the setup in Tista Web, but actually the owner's manual is the easiest setup to follow. Again, if you don't have copies of the owner's manual, we do have copies of those posted in our reference library. Next slide, please. And then we're going to talk about the 9.3. We got the OG 9.3, which is the 99 to 02 sedan and 03 convertible. Again, no tire pressure monitoring, but we do have ability to set tire and wheel size in the main instrument. Now moving on to the sports sedan, that's since that vehicle encompasses multiple model years, that will have some that has and some that don't. Again, the 04 will have it because that was the car was launched initially with it. But then there was some issues with the regulations and people were just kind of going back and forth. So you won't see it again until 2008 on the 2008 through 11 9.3. And they're actually very simple. These cars will auto learn. If these cars don't auto learn within about a 10-minute test drive, you have a problem. There's also a diagnostic for these cars. These cars can lead you in a circle because they will always tend to default to I can't remember right offhand if it's either the left rear or the right rear wheel. No matter which sensor it sees as offline, it's just kind of a little bitty funny situation with that system. So at any rate, there is a bulletin as well in our reference library to diagnose these cars, but it's very simple. It seems difficult, but it's actually very simple. I can walk somebody through it in 5 minutes and we're on down the road. With that, I'm going to tie it up for this year. Again, if anybody has any questions or ideas for our Tech Corner, please send me an email. Again, I didn't discuss the 97X or the 92. I'll just real quickly talk about those. 92 has no ability to do anything. 97X from 2008 on. And again, I'll be happy to discuss that and we'll update the slides going forward. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Mr. John and hear about some wonderful parts this month.
Okay, thanks, Jeff. Well, first up, our inventory manager reminded me that we still have parts available to Christmas colorize your Saab in green. Thus, that's why I've thrown in some elves there. Actually, Jeff has this in one of his cars. Green highlighting for the footwells. Interesting and dimmable with the night panel button. Next. And then some good news about a price reduction from Sweden on manual HVAC controls. You can see the fitment here on the new Gen 900. There was one part number up to the middle of 96, and that same number fits the early Gen 9.3. And then another part number fit the mid 96 to 98 900. But pretty decent reduction in pricing here for the manual controlled HVAC control panel. Next. Gotten a lot of calls on this cross-wheel drive V6 hose assembly, which is apparently often removed when working on the vehicle, and unfortunately that are NLS, and Sweden had superseded it to just the hose kit. But after talking to a couple of customers, it's really the plastic fittings and the accompanying O-ring that wear out. And Sweden has agreed to make those spare parts. And you can see the new part numbers here. Both are available and in transit, and they're also working on the Y fitting, and the hose kit is currently available. So you will have to piece it out, but the entire unit can be used with all these individual part numbers. And then just to follow up to a slide from a couple months ago, Sweden did finish 3D printing this customer recommended part, and it's being sold under the new number 32022510. They have stock over there, and it is in transit to Sweden. So I haven't gotten really many ideas from anybody on more parts to 3D print. So please give us a call or an email if you come up with anything that you think we should suggest to Sweden. And it's a little bit shorter list of what's in stock and coming soon because a lot of the back orders have been filled. But you can see here, and you can look at it later on the online posted version. There's some good stuff now more available than ever. And then this month's plea for cores and my fun with Photoshop. And you can see I'm always looking for cores, including down chimneys. But we still need trionics, of course. But the real important one, I think, these days is now becoming the steer cowling lock. I know it's hard to find one that I was told just the other day that when they fail, they have to be cut off the rack or the column, so they're unusable. But if you have anything you can send in, please do so. They're still worth $25 a piece. And this one, Jeff found this on Facebook. This is one of my favorite postings of all time. The front part of a Saab and on a motorcycle frame. And I love how the guy put on here, driven 87,000 miles. I mean, hopefully not in that format, but it's amazing what people do with a Saab. And then lastly, I always like to put a little person of interest and historical perspective. And this month I chose President Teddy Roosevelt. You can see some of his famous quotes there. He's quite an interesting character. If you don't know much about him, you might like reading his Wikipedia page. He was president from 1901 to 1909, a Nobel Peace Prize recipient for brokering peace in the Russo-Japanese War. He picked up the baton at the French when they did not finish the Panama Canal and got it done. He also established 5 national parks. And even though a previous hunter of American bison, he decided he needed to do what he could to preserve the species with other groups. When the bison was down to just 800 animals, they started bringing it back. And what I read online was that it's approaching 500,000 in the United States right now. So quite an interesting person, some controversial elements, but a good read if you're a history buff. And with that, thank you very much. Happy holidays, everyone.
All right. Thanks, John. And thanks for those interesting facts around, was he the Rough Rider, Teddy Roosevelt?
Oh, yes. One of the more controversial items.
Okay. All right. All right. So I can't see the questions. Lisa, are there questions around the presentation today?
Well, the only question we have was someone that joined a little bit late and was asking about the radio kits for the 9.3s.
Yeah, we did have a slide on that, and unfortunately, it was the same slide as last month. We are still waiting for Kenwood and an alternate vendor to get us the correct faceplate. You know, the radio we tested was perfect. When they supplied the radio after their supply chain issue, the new model had a different interface. It was all touchscreen. In the picture you have seen in the past, there were some tactile buttons that came out of the screen. So that difference makes the faceplate that we were using not work correctly with this unit. And rather than release it in a way that it doesn't work and look right, we are waiting to get a solution. And it's been slow, admittedly slow here. So we've been pushing for it, and hopefully we get it soon. And we'll let you know as soon as these can be released with the new fitting faceplate.
All right, thanks. And then also just wanted to add, while I was having some technical difficulties earlier on, I did miss one of my slides. So I did want to remind everybody that sales credits that were earned in the third quarter are going to expire, or earned in the third quarter will expire at the end of this month, so December 31st. So be sure to log into Saab Gear, take advantage of all those stocking stuffer ideas and other sale items and other items there to use up your gear credits. If you have any questions of what's going to expire at the end of the month, let us know. Also, any of our OSCs that are part of our Aero program, time to select your status for the first quarter next year. So turbo and aero levels. And then also, if you have any co-op that you use, be sure to get that into us so we can get your co-op submitted for this quarter as well. And then no other questions. No one has any other questions, Tim.
All right. Thanks, Lisa. So our final slide is one of our favorites. It's our Saab holiday with Santa and Rudolph. And on behalf of everyone in Aero North America, I want to wish you all a very happy holiday season. I know we're a couple weeks away now, but all the trees and decorations are really starting to come out. People are shopping, and the holiday spirit is starting to come out here. And by the time we speak next, it'll be 2023. So have a great holiday season. Have a happy New Year, and best wishes to you and your loved ones for a healthy and happy holiday and New Year. Okay. All right. Thanks, everybody. We will talk again soon. Bye now.